Devraj Chaturvedi from the International Kabaddi Federation. He is the CEO. He is also the Joint Secretary of the Amateur Kabaddi Federation of India. And we owe him a great deal for getting us till here, for leading us and for holding our hand to ensure that our own national game goes to or reaches the pedestal it deserves. So thank you, Devraj, to begin with. And of course, a big thank you as I start, and I'll probably thank him maybe another 4 times in the evening. But Abhishek, fabulous. Great to have you here. And I hope it's going to be a long, fabulous partnership. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to formally, because there have been indications in the past, and I apologize that we couldn't do this earlier, but everything has its time, and like they say, no wine is served before its time, and no announcement is made before its time. So we are here, right now, to confirm our partnership with Abhishek, and he will speak in a while. I do hope that all of you have some level of curiosity about why Kabaddi and what Kabaddi and how Kabaddi. On one hand, of course, it's a pity that we don't know enough about what is clearly our own national game, our own heritage game, a game that survived for 5,000 years. And yes, it has evolved over time. It has now been put into a nice box of rules, which is accepted and followed internationally. And it is played at the Asian Games. It is a legitimate international sport, played with all the bells and whistles that you can associate with sport at the highest level. It's an indoor game. It has gone from, of course, it's still played at various levels and in various, should we say, modes. But internationally, it is a slick, sophisticated, modern, competitive, international game. And I choose all my words with care because it is all of that. It's played in indoor stadia, and of course, so will Pro Kabaddi. We did have a launch function some time back. Sadly, he couldn't be there, which is why today is very important. And we did launch our Pro Kabaddi logo. It's up there and perhaps behind us as well. I tried to explain it then. We didn't have much time, but our symbol is a graphic representation of the whole concept of Kabaddi, as it were, which comes from, as people may or may not know, mythologically, the Mahabharata. And the Chakravyuh episode that many of you may be familiar with, where Abhimanyu had to battle through 7 concentric circles of warriors, or 7 levels of warriors, or however else you might want to interpret that. And that is one of the many bases of Kabaddi being a 7 against 1 contest. Now, the truth is that I hold a microphone for a living, and we could all be here for the next few hours or years, and I'll still be talking about Kabaddi. But I'm trying desperately to shorten this by saying that we're all very proud of associating ourselves with our own national game. Our agenda is very simple, that if we in India don't support our own game and don't offer our pride and sentiment and emotion to connect with our own game, then who will? I will take a couple of examples very quickly. I may have used them before, so I beg your pardon. But for instance, I mean, everybody keeps talking about America, right? America, the holy grail of so many things in the world. They have what they call American football, which is their go-to national, proud national contact sport. And no American worth his bacon or whatever else you might want to say will disrespect what American football is. It's huge. They don't sit around saying, oh, who else plays American football? And you know how many other countries play? Or they have no negative aspect or emotion connected to what they feel is their own sport. They have something called Aussie rules football, which is a very unique Australian indigenous kind of game. Everybody in Australia realizes that that is the #1 go-to contact sport. They don't sit around in Australia saying, oh, Aussie rules, oh, chi. They are immensely proud of what is their own sport. They don't say, Aussie rules, is it played in Hungary? Is it played in Chechnya? Is it played in, Botswana? They don't care. It is their sport. And of course, as you
2010. And we talked about Kabaddi, and today what you are seeing, we are taking this game. The mostly credit, 99% goes to Charu Sharma and our other stakeholders who have joined us. So thank you, Charu, for believing in this game and promoting it, and all those people who have come and joined this family. Now, I'll just like to inform that Kabaddi has 3 forms. One is Kabaddi, which you all must have seen in all parts of the country and in all parts of the world which it is being played, where the one player goes into the other court and 7 opponents he has to tackle. Another Kabaddi, which of lately has evolved and is being played on beach, and little different rules, no out rule, only players are 4, and it is a regular feature in Asian beach games. And the third form is Circle Kabaddi, which is mainly being played in the state of Punjab. And while I say Punjab, I refer to Punjab before 1947. So half of the Punjab is now in Pakistan and half of the Punjab is in India, and a part of that has become Haryana. That Circle Kabaddi, the basic difference, it is 1-to-1. And more so, that game has yet to reach to a stage where it can be called as an organized game. Whereas as far as Kabaddi part is concerned, it came on international arena in 1985, when with the great efforts of Mr. Janardhan Singh Gehlot, who heads International Kabaddi Federation and Asian Kabaddi Federation and has been heading Indian Federation also, got it entered into the SAF games. And from 85 to 90, when it came into the Asian Games, and after that we have never looked back.